Greetings everyone, this is the Hipster Snek, and today, for our Halloween enjoyment, whenever this video goes live, we will be looking at Faith, the Unholy Trinity, which just recently came out on Steam. I remember seeing some playthroughs of Chapter 1 a long time ago, like, it's gotta be 3-4 years maybe? But I figured this was the perfect kind of game, not just for the season, but also for me. So let's write instruction first. Arrow keys. To move is WASD or arrow. It looks like my control pad works fine too. Left analog stick or directional pad. Walk before the Lord in the land of the living. Psalms 116:9. As you see, this is kind of a throwback to older games, especially that Atari goodness. Face demons and cast them out. The space are achy. Resist the devil and he will flee from you. Oh, I have to get like dangerously close to get my point across to this guy. Yeah, you better not try anything. Not that I'm already nervous. That'd be silly. All three in one session. Maybe not one session, but we're going to start with Chapter 1. And selected notes, okay. Yeah, it being in Latin until I select it throws me off a bit. Flashlight, lantern, turbo. Okay. Let's do this. Ah, this is the bit I remember. I remember this from seeing the game back in the day. Have you forgotten already? This force has a mind of its own. If you get lost, you can always try remembering where you've been. Pressing the escape key or start button is a good place to start. Oh, it's a deer. I gotta say, there's something about that old school graphical aesthetic where it's like, it somehow makes the whole thing more unnerving. I don't know what that is, but I hate it, and it can go away. It's a good thing my like default knee-jerk. I caught part of what he was trying to say. I think he said corruption is my father, but... Oh, I think I exercised that well. Go me. You're invited. Come celebrate Nate and Jason's 6th birthday. Saturday, May 3rd, 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. Directions turn right at 1338 Snake Meadow Hill Road and go straight past the well. That's interesting because snakes in biblical teaching oftentimes symbolize evil or nefarious schemes. This game is pretty much custom tailored for someone like me. Horror junkie? Absolutely. Holy man going to put the devil in his place? Yeah, I am down for this. Go past the well, it said. I'll just keep on moving. I'm still worried about that weird... No! That was very dramatic. Alright, I guess this is where I was going. Can I just exercise the entire house from out here? Because that'd be great. Yeah. Great. Any ideas? Now, the only thing... I couldn't get the intro sequence to record properly for whatever reason. But the only thing this guy tells us is he is indeed a holy man. He is a priest. And he has been here before a year prior. And in so doing, what he is doing hasn't been approved by anyone like higher ranked than him in the church. Go on. I guess the deer is not a demon. So we have to find a key to get into the house. But we have a general idea of where... Beat it. None of that. I wonder if he's random or if he's like in set triggers. Because like if he gets really close to the edge of the screen, that's just going to be an instant game over, I assume. I'm pretty sure that thing kills you. Because again, it's been a while since I've seen anything of this game. So I'm super happy. I've been following them on Twitter and like keeping up with all the updates and stuff. Ooh, that tree looks like it's seen better days. Beat it. Purifying the land, saving the day. Today I noticed Amy's favorite tree looking like it's dying. All the needles are falling off and its bark is peeling. I guess I'm more upset about it than Amy is. She is totally absorbed in her volunteer work at the clinic. I guess it's good that she found something that she's passionate about, but I've gotten ugly looks from some of the women at book club. Kathy and her religious friends won't even talk to me anymore. So there's some kind of... Beat it. I can't understand a word he's saying. He's a chatty one, though, and he's had more than a couple passes at me now. I mean, I don't think, like, it's not going to be, like, random rocks and trees that I need to exercise, right? It's got to be, like, a little more complicated than that. Because, like, that one tree definitely drew attention to itself, and as I recall, this is actually a pretty elegant game. Ah, this map is a little more confusing than I thought. I wasn't expecting to be back at the well. I don't think it's going to be random. There seems to be pretty well planned, so I better just... Worship you? No! Go away! I want 0% of what you're selling, pal. What is this, an empty pond, maybe?
I go unwillingly.
I go unwillingly? Public lecture by Carl James Osborne, Connecticut's historical connections to witchcraft, Satanism, and the beast system. Wednesday, 8 p.m. Alright, deer is still not evil. You just did that to be random. I don't even know what you were trying to accomplish there. The Martin's house lies about 100 yards off Snake Meadow Hill Road. There's almost no driveway. Trees jut out in the middle of a gravel path that is mostly covered in grass. It was difficult to find the house, especially since it was already dark when we arrived. Father Allred seemed to know where he was going. He simply drove straight ahead until he arrived at the house. In the headlights, I saw an old shed off to the right of the path. Father Allred explained that he would rather perform the exorcism away from the house, but the Martins had insisted that Amy remain inside. He complained that having the family present makes it difficult to proceed with elements of the rite that may seem harsh to the layperson. So this is the shed? Is the key in here? Oh, so it is. Oh ho! Oh ho ho! I see you! Begone! Get thee behind me and all that good stuff. Alright. When he went around the back window, I was pretty confident he was going to try to barge in on me. At this point, we already have kind of a working relationship with this guy. He's a bit of a one-trick pony, but I don't have anything to deal with him permanently just yet. But for right now, I can still repel him, which I guess is good enough. The well should be somewhere in this general direction. Okay, I think I've passed through here before. I think if I go up from here, we'll be at the house again. Go on, get out of here. I was just thinking that it had been a while since I saw him, and right as I was about to say it, he went for the shortest route between 2 points. This again. Man, this place is way more confusing than I expected. I don't know if there's randomness involved or not. Well, that kind of answers the question, doesn't it? Didn't it say the shed was to the right? So if I go left, maybe we'll be at the house? Or, I mean, something new at least. Beat it. That chatty Kathy is going to bother me the entire game. Bob, the kids and I miss you more every day. The twins and Amy have started their next school year here at home. Amy keeps asking when she's going to be allowed to go to real school. I think she's getting cabin fever. The twins are having no problems occupying their time. Yesterday they came in, their hands covered in blood. I guess they found a dead deer and thought it'd be a good idea to touch it. I think I might have a coyote problem because when I went out there to look at the dead deer, it was a pretty gruesome sight. All this just a day after the twins' birthday party. Can't wait till you come home. I think you have a little bit more than coyote out here. Just thinking out loud. Oh. Father Garcia, you are hereby instructed to release Michael Davies from your care and return him to his home immediately. Mr. and Mrs. Davies have already been contacted by our office. A representative of the church is currently en route to their home to discuss compensation in return for their discretion. You will meet a representative there and accompany him back to Rome, Cardinal Gifford. Well, what did Garcia do? Or not do, as case may be. Oh ho! I saw that. That's a big no. Okay. Take me home. Very cute. Time to examine/exercise everything. Mr. and Mrs. Martin greeted us at the front porch. Mr. Martin led us downstairs to the basement, explaining that Amy was down there in restraints. I felt for him. There was guilt and shame in his voice. Amy was in the very back of the attic in a chair, perfectly calm, staring at us. It's hard to describe the look on her face. It was not the kind of look a child gives you. Grandfather clock. Painting. I better make a good sweep of each room so I don't lose track of... Nice. Huh. Wonder if the coloration means something. Given that Amy is the one who's apparently in dire theological straits. While generally I don't suspect it should happen to most people, I will give one free word of warning for anyone who has ever looked into things like possession and demonic encounter. The rule of thumb, don't invite it into your house. That is the first and most important rule to these kinds of situations. You don't let it in, you won't have the problem in the first place. Proportionately, this bed is, like, gigantic. It's like 2 California Kings. At least either that or I'm very, very short. Still don't like that shadow following me. I'm sure that's perfectly fine. Right? I hate how quiet it's gotten. Like, this is actually so much worse. When I was outside, something was actively happening, and I was actively combating an opponent. Now I'm here, and this is just... Oh gosh, this is so much worse. Tension-wise. Right now I'm just kind of seeing if anything reacts, or if I find any more information, because there's definitely a story happening here. For a second I thought that was the fridge itself, and I was like, oh no, the food is so bad, it's literally demonic. But no, it was the painting. Oh, a child's drawing from Nate. That's... Yeah, that would cause me as a parent to have concern were it my kid. I don't have any, so I don't need to worry about creepy child drawings or what have you, but that would definitely get a reaction out of me. We'll check the backyard later, see if this makes a perfect loop, and it does. So next step, we'll go upstairs. Because I'd rather go upstairs than down. Upstairs gives me options. Downstairs takes them away from me. Always walking towards the pool of blood. That is one of those things that we gamers tend to do. Like, a normal person would see a trail of blood and go, no, I need to go the opposite direction, because clearly nothing good waits for me here. But as gamers, we're just drawn to it. Going towards the trail of blood is just what we do. It's like oh, it's a rubber duck. I was like, is that a key? The rubber duck's haunted? Why? I don't feel safe in my own home anymore. I hear voices outside around the house at night. I don't let the twins go out in the woods to play because I'm afraid of what's out there. The house itself feels stressed, distorted, slanted somehow. It's like I'm walking through a carnival fun house. Amy's condition has only gotten worse. I can't stand to be around her, and I just don't know why. She just doesn't seem like herself anymore. I want to take her to the doctor, but I can't leave the boys here. I find the phone stops working throughout the day, and now I can't seem to find my car keys. Thank God Bob comes home tomorrow. Is he an architect? Could he fix the house? Like, or is it just the company of having the comfort of having another person nearby? I can see it either way. This is a big bathroom. I say as I live in a tiny little apartment, so maybe that's my perception. Another note. I guess I was the only one who thought to check up in the attic. When I got up there, it was freezing cold. I found Amy standing in the back looking straight at me like when I first met her downstairs. We spoke briefly, although it was frustrating to talk to her, or it. I experienced a bit of deception from the demon. During our conversation, she uttered my mother's first name and in other instances spoke perfect Latin. I called for help from the others, but nobody came, so I raised my crucifix and began the rite again. Yeah, that's actually one of the things I liked about World of Darkness, was you could actually play a perfectly devout character in a world that is otherwise very dark, gothic, and twisted. I had a lot of fun doing just that. Bob must be stationed somewhere in the Middle East because he sent over this weird-looking doll for Amy's birthday. I'll ask Anish about it next time we have book club. She looks like she could be from over there. Ooh, you guys don't understand. The 80s were a different time. You could say things like that without getting canceled on the internet. Amy didn't seem excited for the doll. I think she would rather have a phone instead, or maybe seeing a baby doll makes her feel self-conscious about working at the clinic. Ooh, I wasn't ready for that. Alright. So far so good. We have purged many spirits from this place. This must be the boys' room, because I see, like, toys everywhere. My room was a mess. Like, I was really bad about that. My mom had to tell me all the time to, like, actually bother to clean up my room. Oh, it's a Simon. I had one of those. I'm dating myself, aren't I? And there's that world map that every single kid's room in video games and movies has for some reason. Alright. This room actually seems pretty sound, so nothing discovered in here. Ah, yes. Back to the Trail of Blood. Silly me, I had almost forgotten. So the door itself is not the problem. I guess the door itself is the problem, just not immediately. Half expecting something to jump out of the door and rush me. I move so slow, like it would be really easy for a fast-moving enemy to take advantage of it. Alright, into the basement we go, which is always a terrible plan in a horror setting, but we're doing it anyway because I have faith. That's a spider web. Or a crack. Mannequin. Mannequins are all pure evil. That's like their default. That's not even like a demonic possession thing. That's just how mannequins are. Like, I will admit part of the reason why Five Nights at Freddy's works for me is I already don't like costumed mascot characters, that there is that uncanny valley vibe. And that totally works for me. So as soon as I saw that game, I was like, oh yes, this is going to be mortifying. Saving for that sheet, but okay. Dear Amy, thanks for writing. It really brightened my day to hearing from you. In your letter, you asked, what's the weirdest thing I've seen as a missionary? The area we are working in has a lot of folks who practice Quimbamba. I gave that my best shot. It's what you might call a pagan religion. It's kind of a mix of Catholic and African religions. One of the saints they worship is San La Muerte, or Saint Death. Gave that my best shot, too. Yesterday, we talked to a boy about 15. When asked him if he had ever prayed, he said, no, but I have prayed to San La Muerte. He told us about a time when he stayed over at his cousin's house, and according to him, they prayed to some figures of San La Muerte, and the figures made things in the house move around. He got real quiet and scared looking after that. We told him he could pray to God and that God wouldn't make him feel scared like that. We invited him to church, but he hasn't come yet. I need to wrap this letter up and get back to work. See you in 4 months. Leighton. No relation to the professor, I have to assume. Don't think the water's going to be haunted, but it never hurts to check. But yeah, I actually played two different holy vampires in my time playing World of Darkness. One was in the Modern Ages, and one was in... Oh, I hate this. I hate this. I hate this so much. I played a Bruja in the Modern Knights who was so penitent for his current damnation that he literally slept on a silver cross rather than a coffin. And I had to go a long span of time taking huge aggravated damage levels from it until I finally got to the point where my GM is like, okay, you have like come to terms. Oh, great. Didn't get enough of this when I was cleaning the Remander house. Now I get to exercise it on top of that. And then my other one, the taco one I talked about it. What? No. Am I dead? What? I'm in that bedroom from before. That's upstairs. Oh, jeez. That is really silky smooth animation, and I hate that so much. Who's here? Whoa, here she comes? What happened? I was just exploring, and then suddenly, like, letters... Do I have to run? Where am I running to? What the... Okay. More of that lettering stuff's chasing me, but I don't know what to do. Whoa! Yeah, you think? Touched for the very first time. Haha. Haha. What do I do? How far back do I have to go now? Just when she like... Okay, back to this cutscene. Okay, can I... I mean, that's really good animation. No, I guess I can't skip it.
She is here.
What do I do? I tried running before. Maybe I really am supposed to just, like, actually drive her off. Okay, I'll come to you this time. Yeah, let's do this. The holy man versus the evil woman. Girl, whatever you are. Look at me.
I feel like I'm sick.
What? Something I have sinned? Okay, I have a... Okay, I have something happening. I don't know if I'm making progress or where I need to go, but I figured out I can kind of fight back.
You failed me.
You have failed me? What did I do? Well, I guess he was here before. He talked about doing the exorcism before. Where are you?
Get out.
No!
You failed me.
Get out of here. Where have I not gone? The backyard. I haven't done the backyard yet. Well, I don't have that shadow behind me, so I kind of can safely assume it's her.
Daddy.
Mommy?
I feel like I'm sick.
I'm a guy, so no. Let's try back door. No good.
I heard a door open upstairs.
Okay, I was just supposed to drive her off enough times. Or maybe in each room. That's the basement. Let's go upstairs. Oh gosh, it's so quiet now. This is what they call deafening silence. No, to finish my earlier thought, Taco and I talked about it during our Castlevania playthrough last year, where Noodle and I both played Holy Vampires. That one was a Gongrel. Molly, the church might contact you in a few days to tell you what their version of what happened to me. I want you to hear it from me first. A year ago, I was involved in the exorcism of Amy Martin. What they said in the papers about what happened isn't true. My superior father, something, Garcia, maybe? Is my superior father Garcia? Is that why? When I confronted her, she, managed to cut the power to the house and her own parents with their own something. I have to go back to that house. The nightmares I'm having are real. She's still there, waiting for me. I can still help her. If I don't come back, know that I love you, and I'm sorry, John. So am I John? Maybe that's like my sister or something that I'm writing to. Okay, that's actually more funny than scary. Also, the inverted cross is also a Christian symbol. It's called St. Peter's cross. Story goes that he felt he was unworthy to be killed in the same manner as Jesus and asked to be crucified upside down. It's a sign of martyrs.
My God, what happened to you? Do you think my face is pretty?
I'm not falling for that one.
Finish what I started.
That's right, John.
She's my priest.
Well, we're not even being subtle now. Beat it. Ooh, this one's really fighting me. What the? Okay, what's that? Oh, I can't drive it off. Okay, all I can do is dodge it. Doesn't even slow him down any. Nope, I have to find which... Whoa! Okay, I have to be really fast on that one. Okay, guys, time to put my gamer skills to the test. Oh, good, I get to pick up right here, so that's not so bad. I was actually afraid they'd punish me way, way harder than that. Oh, jeez. Okay, I have to time that a little better, but I have the right idea. I got it this time. For real, third time's the charm. The first time I kind of overestimated, the second time I underestimated, so... Okay, then she's gonna teleport. Find which one she is. As soon as she goes. Oh, come on! I had that one! Why did I die? Do I have to just get out of the way? Maybe I just need to dodge. Maybe I can't just plant my feet. Okay, blast her. She's gonna go invisible. Find the one that's out of order. And move. Okay, it does seem that I'm just supposed to... Okay, I just have to watch out. Yeah, like I said, moving slow makes me a huge target. Okay, she's always going to go for my back. Or it's always going to go for my back. Look for the one that blinks irregularly and move. Gotta keep on the move. You can hurt her during that phase, but it's almost better not to try that, just because like she'll get the opportunity to attack immediately after, so it's not worth it. Whew. I can't tell if she's getting faster or if that's me getting more nervous. You can get a little bit of a revenge shot in. Whoa! She's like right on me. Whoa! Whoa! Okay! That was so fast I didn't even get the chance! Well, there's plenty of checkpoints. I'm grateful for that. Okay, move out of the way. Oh, she's... following the star? Whoa! Okay, this is a really lethal phase. Just get out of the way for now. When she stopped... Okay, when she stopped, you gotta hit, but you gotta move as soon as she does. Oh, man. This is nerve-wracking. And, like, the fact that the art is really good. Okay, she's gonna stop in that corner. I can get a little bit in. Now move. Okay, she follows that pattern pretty rigidly, so... If you kind of just get out of the star, it's really not as bad. Okay, she'll take 3 steps, and then she goes into her attack animations. Just kind of move out of the way and get ready. You can't stand too close either, because those symbols will probably kill me just as easily. Okay, move out of the way. Whoa! Okay, she's moving around a lot more now. Oh good, the Shadow Man. Just what I need, a little more incentive to perform well under pressure. Did I do it? I get the feeling it's not going to be that easy, right? Whoa! the first time, the last time. Wasn't expecting her to jump out the window. Well, we've made our intention very clear. Whew. Okay. Now I have to find where she went, presumably into the backyard, I would guess, given the layout of the house. Kill her? No. No, I can still save her. If her body is still alive, then I must be able to. Of course, if I go without the gun, could that possibly be a problem? So why is the gun suddenly there? That's the real question, right? I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna follow my instinct here. Oh, the back door never opens. Sweep to the house, make sure nothing's changed. You know what I can do? I should use that gun to get rid of that horrible crawler dude. But he might be gone. Well, I can't guarantee that. Oh, good. So if I mess this up... Just like that. I literally pushed the button to close the text box, and I wasted it. This is new. Because now I have 2 crazy monsters out for my head and no gun. So that's bad. Mr. Martin has taken longer than expected registering the markers on your property as a historical cemetery. Our office has had difficulty identifying who was buried there. The inscriptions on the gravestone are written in a language that we cannot identify. I sent the gravestone rubbings to some of my peers at the University of Connecticut. I will reach out to you when I get a response from them. All the best, Daryl Henderson, State of Connecticut Historical Society. It's okay, when I die, maybe I'll get another go with the gun. Or maybe that, like, weird, naked, talkative guy is just left. If he's, like, at the bottom of the pecking order, maybe that, the crazy demon girl has taken priority. I have no interest in killing you. I'm here to save people. Oh, bumps me back. Wait, is she already dead? Well, that's not great. What else can I do, though? I don't want to use the gun. That seems like the wrong option to me. I wonder if the gun respawns. Maybe the game dev knows I'm an idiot and it's already accounted for it. I'm gonna check real quick. It might be a long shot, so to speak, but... Oh, what do you know? Okay, do not push the button and immediately waste your shot. I'm gonna head back to my car. Like, it seems like she's already dead and I can't exercise her anymore. So I'm assuming my real problem is the naked thing. The well. This is different, though. It's not gonna be like the ring, is it? Oh, I hate this. Remember the basics, class. Barrel discipline and trigger discipline. You don't point at anything you don't plan on making room temperature. Hi? You want to go, mate? I'd hate to fire and then end up in a bad situation, but... Why'd the music stop just from that? What? What was that? I didn't want to kill him in the first place. I thought it was a shadow that I needed to, like, drive out with my cross. Or crucifix, or whatever it is he's carrying. My holy symbol. Now I have to find my way back to the house in the random forest. The gun does respawn, though, so there's that. I am legit surprised that the weird crawling guy hasn't had another go at me. That's exactly why I want the gun. I want to be able to kill it. It's telling me to kill her, which means that it's almost objectively the incorrect choice. Okay, we're back at the well, so we're back on track, even if that logically made no sense. The weird shadow guy was... I'm kind of glad I didn't shoot him, because if that was like actually a person, then, I mean, that just would have been straight up murder. Which I'd rather not do, if we're being perfectly honest. I really am trying to help, not make the situation worse. So, now that I've ruled out a lot of different options... make a little more sense to find one bullet, but, I mean... I guess that's kind of how he swaps between his tools. It's more like I'm holding a pool cue or something. Okay, so the shadow guy is gone, and I can't drive the demon out any further, so maybe she's already gone? Which is unfortunate, but I mean, I guess if like she was possessed for a long time, maybe it just ravaged her body and she just couldn't take it. So maybe I should just head back to my car, or maybe... This seems too easy. Whoa! Air dwarf! Cute. I liked that. Well, I took care of one problem.
He is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in him I will trust. I shall not be afraid of the terror in the night, nor the evil that walketh in darkness. Because I have made the Lord my refuge.
And also because I shot my problems.
My love upon him, therefore will he deliver me. I shall call upon him and he will answer me. He will be with me in trouble. He will deliver me and honor me. I can't explain what happened at that house.
You took the words right out of my mouth, John.
I can only have faith that I did the right thing.
No, I mean, I guess it was too late to save her, because she didn't do anything even when I walked in there. 505, when faith endures. Okay, so if I had used the gun, or maybe even not used the gun, if I had walked back to my car without it at all, he would have gotten me. I'm satisfied with that result. I'm assuming that's the best ending. So, join me here next time, when I go into Chapter 2, which is all new, for me, by the way. I know nothing about Chapters 2 or 3. I saw, again, an old playthrough of this chapter many years ago, so I had a kind of an inkling about the gun at the end, but I couldn't even 100% remember if that was true. But I'm satisfied with that playthrough, and this is just a really cool game. It's like $15, I think, for all 3 chapters in one game. So I say it's definitely worth it. I think this chapter alone is amazing, and there's more to come. So join me as we get into those chapters next time. This is the Hipster Snek, and I'm signing off for now. Oh, or not. One thing leads to another. Police animal experts investigate chupacabra remains found near Sterling. Chupacabra is supposed to be like Mexico/Southern United States. Sterling PD is enlisting the help of local animal experts from the University of Connecticut after the remains of an unidentified animal were found near Sterling. The remains of an animal which some residents are calling a chupacabra were discovered on Snake Meadow Hill Road by a motorist yesterday. The animal had apparently been struck by a vehicle and parts of its carcass were scattered across the road. Police said they initially investigated the gruesome scene because the motorist who discovered the remains had told them they appeared to be of a person. After arriving at the scene, police concluded that the remains were of some kind of animal. As a matter of public safety, we want to be sure about what exactly we're dealing with here, said a Sterling police spokesman. This is clearly not a deer or a coyote. If it's a mountain lion or exotic pet that escaped from its owners, or an animal with rabies, we need to know about it. The animal experts attached to the investigation would not speculate about what kind of animal had been found, although they commented that the animal was hairless, anemic, and apparently suffered from the rickets, a vitamin D deficiency that appears in animals and children who have not received enough sunlight. Oh, new background, new chapter mode. That's very cool. So, for real this time, that was chapter 1 of Faith. And I will see you guys in the next one.